Well, my loves, it's Knowledge Butterfly. As always, sending you guys out peace, blessings, love, and abundance. Like I said, I'm on my hermit shit, so like going down the rabbit's hole. Shout out to my sister. She reached out to me yesterday on Instagram, DM me. She was like, "Are you good?" Cause like I really been like on my hermit. Like I said, I've really been like going down the rabbit's hole. Cause she even said something about going down a rabbit's hole, and it just shows you how when you like really in sync with the universe, when you really picking up those higher vibrational thoughts, and you in the collective conscious, and so you guys are you're basically in tune with or in alignment with whatever frequency that's on the higher planes, because you see the synchronicity with you and other people. And when she said that, I had watched The Matrix like 2 days before, and I was like, when Trinity told him to follow the white rabbit, you know, going, because the rabbits go down the hole, like down the rabbit hole, going deeper to your subconscious. That's what I've been doing, y'all. So anywho's, I'm not going to get into all that. I actually wanted to finish up the reading of the Drake, the Chris Brown, and the Rihanna energy. My computer is not wanting to cooperate right now, so I'm actually just going to go off of the tarot cards right now, because there was something else, because I'm still tuned into that channel. There was something else that I wanted to point out with Drake and Rihanna's card. So the inspiration came from the song No Guidance, which I'm still bumping right now. I woke up like playing that song right there, y'all. That's a love song for us, you know, in 2019. So anywho's, I wanted to talk a little bit more about their cards. Like I said before, Chris Brown, he has the Wheel of Fortune, because he has the 10 energy. He has a 10 life path. So he has the Wheel of Fortune, and he has the Magician. So he has a 10 and a 1, and that's a path of leadership, and also just, you know, a path of a lot of change, and a path of, that's why he's always reinventing himself, and he's always able to come back. If anybody can come back from beating a woman and them having proof and pictures of what her face looked like, if anybody can come back from that, that nigga's a magician. All right. So I just wanted to point out a few things, mainly with Rihanna and Drake's cards, like the connection, because I talked more about the connection with Chris Brown and Drake. So why them coming together on that song No Guidance is so magical, and why that divine feminine energy is so powerful on that song, because Drake is a Jack of Hearts card, and the Jack of Hearts is on the Venus line, so that is the line dealing with love. Chris Brown's card, the Ace of Spades, I think it's the last card on the Mercury line, and so, you know, that's why verbally he can like charm you pretty much, you know, into anything. And then, like I said, he's also the magician, so he has all the tools. He has access to all four of the elements, all four of the tools, in order to bring things magically. He's the alchemist. To me, the magician is the supreme alchemist. He's the alchemist, okay? So he just makes shit happen. And I didn't really want to get back into too much with that, because my main focus, like I said, is the whole Rihanna and Drake energy. I want to talk about how that connects. Definitely, I talked about how Chris Brown and Rihanna are linked together, because I'm unable to I'm gonna see if it comes back up while I'm talking, my computer, because I shut it down and brought it back up. But so I might get into that, but for right now I'm going to use the tarot cards to talk about these the Drake and Rihanna energy. So Drake, it has one card, the Emperor, because his birthday totals up to the number 22, which is the master builder number, and 2 + 2 is 4. So the Emperor is his card. All right. And I talked a lot about his card in the video that I did. So if you haven't watched the video that I did before this, talking about cracking codes, or cracking the codes, you need to watch that before you get into this video. And then you need to watch the Jack of Hearts video, giving you some background on Drake's energy and his cards. His cardology card is the Jack of Hearts and the Emperor. I talked a lot about those cards. All right. So the Emperor is a self-made man. All right. He built his fortune, and if you look at the fact that he has 4 rams, he's also conquered the 4 corners of the earth, just like Chris Brown has access to all of the 4 elements. So does Drake as the emperor. He utilized those 4 elements to build his empire. All right, self-made man. He came out. He started from the bottom. Now he's here. He came out of all kind of what people call obstacles. He overcame all of those obstacles, and he was able to plant a firm foundation and become the emperor of this bitch, meaning that he rules and runs this shit. If Drake is put on anybody's album, that shit gonna chart. Every time that Rihanna and Drake come together, they get a #1. And when Drake and Chris Brown came together, they got a #1. And Drake helped. And this is not to take away from Chris Brown, because Chris Brown is very, very talented. Like I said, he's a magician. But him putting Drake on that shit, it was the magic formula that he probably, you know, I'm pretty sure he thought about it. However, he didn't realize just how powerful that formula was until it actually happened, all right? So put the emperor on your shit, it's going to pop off. Now, I talked about Rihanna's card. She has 2 cards. She has the world, all right? So this is a Saturn card. This is showing that she has a discipline to continuously fulfill tasks. So this also is going through cycles. This is a cycle ending and a cycle beginning. And so she completes cycles. She successfully completes cycles, her Saturn. So she completes all of her challenges, and then she comes back. I'm trying to move it. So, okay. So it's back. I can go ahead and load the window again. But anywho's, she completes cycles and she makes shit happen. She's always fulfilling something and she's moving on to the next thing. And that's even how she does in her relationships. Like, she goes through cycles where you know, she's dating this man or whatever, and then she's ending that, and then she's moving on to the next thing. And that also has to do with her Aries energy, because, you know, Aries will start there. It's a cardinal sign, so it starts things. However, maintaining that, you need the fixed energy, like a Taurus type of energy to maintain that, or a Capricorn type of energy. Even though that's a cardinal, that's still an earth sign. You need something earthy, or you need something fixed. You need to pull the fixed energy in your chart in order to be able to maintain a relationship. So that's to keep something going versus starting it and not keep it going, if that makes sense. It's like she's more and more in tune with the fire. You know, she'll do the action towards it, but to keep, I should say, the patience and keep and holding on to a relationship, she don't really have that so much, unless it's like that Chris Brown, that magician, because he's forever changing and she likes change. She's a #5 energy. So if you're not giving her that #5 energy, which is her 5 of diamond card, if you're not that freedom, that travel, that changeability, like these cards here, that's why her and Chris Brown was such a powerful match, because he carries that 5 energy. He was born on 5/5, May the 5th of his year, which I think is 1980. She can pull it up because my computer is coming back up, y'all. I think it was 1989. I'm about to confirm it. Yep, 1989. So he has that type of energy that she likes, you know, that she feeds off of. However, at the same time, certain people can bring out the lower side of that energy. I talked about that, how we're all numbers, and how either somebody is basically activating your higher energy, the higher energy of your number, or they're activating the lower energy of your number. And the point of this is to learn how to tap into the higher energies of all your numbers, to know your 5 core numbers, and then be able to tap into the higher energies of those numbers so you can make shit happen here on this earth and be the master creator and create the life you really want. All right. But anywho's, this card is about fulfillment and new beginnings. So she's always fulfilling something and beginning something new. So her relationships will have a season, and then they'll wear off if they don't have the type of energy to give her to tie her down and give her this #4 emperor energy, that foundational energy, that boxed in energy. 5s don't like to be boxed in. They like to have their freedom, and that's why that 5 of diamonds comes into play. Now we're going to talk about her empress energy. So these 2 cards go together. This is Drake, this is Rihanna. So this is why when they come together on a song, this is what you're seeing. Aries, the emperor, and Aries is her ascendant sign. That's her first house. So that gives her also a connection to Drake, because his card is Aries and her ascendant is Aries. So that right there gives them a connection. All right. So she's the empress and he's the emperor, so they come through ruling on the songs. They come through pulling out all kind of magical energy when they come together, because they're activating, she's activating his emperor, and he's activating her empress. So this is Mars and Venus. They come off as Mars and Venus when they're together, which is that perfect balance, that masculine feminine energy is in play when they're together. All right. And so the difference with her and Chris Brown, he is the magician, so he's forever changing, and he's keeping things new and fresh, you know, with her. And you know, she's helping him by one being, because you know, women are just very, very magical. When we get together with a man, we help them take four walls and turn it into something beautiful. That's what Venus is. Venus helps you with your decor. She helps you become better. She helps you, you know, cultivate all the things that are inside of you. She helps that come out of you, you know. So she comes off as his muse. All right. She activates an energy in Chris Brown that actually makes him more attractive, that makes him more magnetizing. That's why when they were together, like, people actually were happy about them being together. You know, a lot of times when celebrities are in relationships, people can get jealous and of that nature. Like Usher, when he was with Tamika, they was like, she not good enough for him. When people saw them together, they saw, you know, a match and a perfect pair, because he is forever creating things, the magician, but she helps him make those things beautiful. All right. But getting back to the emperor and the empress, boom, 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 these two coming together. Chris Brown has a Taurus ascendant, and so I talked about that before. So he gets things done on a physical plane, and then him and Drake have Taurus in their 10th house. So their connection is they are very, very diligent and fixed. When they find something that they are focused on in their career, they get it done. And remember, Rihanna is about fulfilling things, because she has that Saturn energy, and she has Capricorn in her 10th house. So that's how she connects with both of them, with both of their energies, because she is an earth sign as well, and she has the discipline and the structure where they have the foundation in Taurus. She has the foundation, she has the structure in Saturn to build up that house and make that house a home. Plus she has the Venus to make everything beautiful. So her next to anybody is she gonna make them look beautiful. She's the empress. All right. Is there anything else I really wanted to add? I talked about Drake. Drake has, even though he has an Aries energy, he also has Venus energy, because he has the Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is on the Venus line, so that also ties him into her, because he has that love and that divine feminine energy that kind of rules him. Remember, he's from the 6. You know, the 6 is Venus energy. The 6 is shaped like the number 6 is shaped like a impregnated woman, a womb, you know. And so that births a lot of creativity. All right, so him coming from the 6, he has a lot of creativity. Him having that 6 energy, he was born on the 6th day, 2 + 4, because he's born on the 24th is 6. So I talked about that in the video, the Venus energy, and Rihanna having this Venus card, so that ties them together. Venus is what ties them together. What else did I want to say? I mean, that's pretty much it. But like I said, no guidance. If you haven't listened to that song, y'all should get into it. It's a modern day love song, and it's one of those songs that honestly I'm gonna listen to again after I finish this video. I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. My computer is coming up. I'm so happy, but I didn't even really use it, because you know, I just kind of got into the cards and I allow the channel of the cards to speak to me. Let me see, is there anything else I want to bring up? Drake. Is there anything else I want to bring up with Drake? I talked about his birth path is a number 4, and that shows because he has the Emperor as well, the Emperor card. So your tarot card it matches your birth path or your life path number. So this is your life. If you pull your tarot card, if you do, I did a video talking about how to know, utilize the tarot cards to get your life path number. If you do the math on that, you can get your life path number. It's going to be a single digit number. All right. Unless it's a master number 11, 22, or 33. All right. But you still have to bring it down to a singular number in order to get your birth card. And I say that because you, like Rihanna and Chris Brown and myself, I have 2 birth cards, but the singular number is always going to be the one that's going to give you the most potent energy in your life path number. And then the other 2 numbers, the first card is describing that type of energy, or how you achieve that type of energy, how you achieve your life path number. So Rihanna had to be, I should say, Rihanna becoming the Empress allows her to fulfill that. So if she has that Saturn energy, that discipline, then she can fulfill her life path number and be that Empress. All right, come off as that Empress energy. She embodies that Empress energy because she is always fulfilling something. She's always disciplined in the things that matter most to her, which is fulfilling your soul. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your soul purpose is, the reason why you came down here and incarnated. That's how you start to fulfill these cards. Drake did the same thing. He's fulfilling his card. Chris Brown is fulfilling his cards because he's following his soul's purpose. So even if you don't like the fact that somebody is doing something mundane, if that's what they came down here to do, then that's what they came down here to do. All right? And that's what we all should be doing, fulfilling our damn cards. The cards you were dealt, the deck, the hand you were dealt, go ahead and start fulfilling that. And you can only do that when you tap into your soul's purpose and you start being led by your soul, because your soul will never lead you wrong. You may not understand it when you're led, when you first start doing that step, but maybe 3 steps down the road, 3 additional steps you took, you can look back and be like, oh, that's why I needed to do this at first, because I would have never gotten to this point. You know, you just start seeing, you start connecting the dots. All right. So your numerology helps you connect the dots. Cardology helps you connect the dots. The tarot cards help you connect the dots. It helps you get a better understanding of who you truly are. And it also helps you activate that energy, because once you learn a divination, you start to trust your intuition more, so you can be led, you know, more easier. But anyways, I'm going to end the video on that note. Like I said, that's really all the information I wanted to talk about, was how Drake and Rihanna really were connected with that Emperor and that Empress energy and how they come off. Because I didn't talk about that in last night's video. But thank you so much for listening, guys. I really appreciate your love, your support. If you're new to this channel, you want to subscribe, all you got to do is click on the button in the video. I also have in my description box my links to my social media, Instagram and my Facebook, as well as I have donations. You can send me love donations and support my channel through CashApp or PayPal. And then I also have my contact information for you. Get a free consultation with Heal Soul, so we can go ahead and get you balancing your energies, and you can start making magic happen and become your own alchemist. Like I'm an alchemist, honey. I had to realize this too. I've always been an alchemist. I've always been an alchemist. My nephew, earlier on in the year, he was really focused on his spiritual journey, and that was because of a trip that he had took. He went on a cruise, and it just started opening up all kind of things. He actually went to the magical place of Jamaica, which is a Queen of Hearts. Jamaica is a Queen of Hearts, and that's the birth card for that country, which explains a lot for me being a 7 of Hearts. But anywho's, so when he came back from there, he just started tapping into a whole bunch of spirituality and his own spirituality. And so he had visited the astral plane, and he was like, Auntie, I saw you in the spirit world, and you have so many things. Like your home is filled with so many things, and you're always mixing up concoctions. You're always mixing up things together, like the elixirs. And my middle name is Elisa. And so to me, Elisa and elixir, to me, it flows like the formula. It sounds similar to me. So Elisa is the elixir maker, you know, type of thing. So I'm over here going completely to the left, but it just, to me, it all starts to make a whole lot of sense. Why Heal Soul is my baby and why I'm so passionate about this business, because I make elixirs in so many different ways. I make elixirs from the physical things that I tell people to do or help people do about themselves, and also the spiritual way that I help people getting in tune with themselves and balancing out their chakras. So Heal Soul, you can hit me up for a free consultation on there, and then we can go ahead and start your get your packet together in order for you to go ahead and start to make the changes you need to make so you can become the master alchemist, like I was saying that I know that I already am. And my nephew telling me that just confirmed that, because he saw me in the spirit world, and that's something I've already embodied. That's why when you come down here, you're really just supposed to start being the energy that you truly are, your authentic self, because now you're tapping into what's already happening on the spiritual plane. So it makes things flow to you so much more easier, because you're actually being the most pure and potent form of who you are. All right, your authentic self. So I'm going to end the video on that note. I appreciate you guys for watching it to the end. I love you guys so much. Heart you. Peace.